Hi, everyone, and welcome to Kpop Cosmos. I am Freyja, and joining me once again is my co-host, Mark. Hey, Mark, how's everything going with you?
Everything is going pretty good. Red Velvet, my favorite K-pop group, just dropped another album, so I'm very excited to be a Red Velvet fan right now.
Awesome.
So yeah, I've been checking it out and diving into it. Haven't had a chance to really get into any of the reactions, but everything I heard so far sounds pretty good. So yeah, I'm loving being a K-pop fan right now. How about you, Priya?
I'm doing good. So Stray Kids dropped stuff, Jessie dropped stuff. It is comeback season, baby. Everyone's dropping stuff. I can't keep up, man. And speaking of trying to keep up, this group I had the hardest. I should have kept up with them, but I didn't. And I feel ashamed of that. But we're talking about TXT. All right, so TXT. So all of their socials will be down below if anyone wants to follow them on any of this. So when I say I should have kept up with them is I don't know how many of our listeners know, but I was highly involved in the BTS army. So so anywho, so I was around when they debuted. I was there when they were hinting at them and showing all the little sneak peeks for them. I was even in Chicago at a BTS concert when they were having their show in Chicago the day after. Wow. I didn't have the money to go to a BTS concert, then go to a TXT concert the very next day. I had to go back to work on Monday. So I couldn't afford to do that. Plus, at the time, it was their very first concert tour, I guess. Mm-hmm. And so they only had one album out at the time. And so realistically, I knew it was just going to be them doing a lot of covers. And so I was like, I'm going to go to the BTS concert and be in the front row, and I'll catch you guys another time.
Yeah, that's a wise decision right there.
Yeah. Oh, and like the hoops I had to jump through to get those front row tickets to BTS was a nightmare. And when I say front row, I'm not talking standing room, because I hate standing room, because every seat you have in standing room sucks because someone is big head is in your way. I mean, I was in like the seating area, like the seats, but I was up against the railing. Like nice. I had perfect view of all the guys all the time. I don't like standing room. I think standing room's a jip because you see the stage more than you see them. Like if you're up against the stage, you have the stage right in front of your face, and then they're farther back because they do the T stages.
Right.
Like those are no. Watch the girl. She stood on her chair and she slipped, and they had to remove her from. I was like, don't stand on your chairs because it'll get taken out and you'll miss the whole concert, which she did. They had to take her out. I think she broke her arm.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, don't stand on the chairs. Stay on the ground. If you're short, don't get standing room because you're not seeing nothing. But anyway, sorry, BTS, done. Okay. So TXT. Oh, look at them. These guys, I like them a lot. I really do. So they debuted back in 2019. TXT stands for Tomorrow Together or Tomorrow by Together, however you want to say it. I prefer saying TXT. It's just easier. I know the guys say they prefer to be called Tomorrow Together. But I'm gonna go with what I like it. And this is our first big hit group that we're talking about. So yay for big hit. We weren't ignoring them, sorry. Oh, I just messed with I just zoomed in on myself. Sorry about that. So, TXT was the second ever boy group out of Big Hit. BTS being the first one. And let's see. They consist of 5 members: Yeonjun, Subin, Byungyu, Taehyun, and Kai. Let's see. They debuted with their mini album, The Dream Chapter Star. There's no set positions, quote unquote, but the leader is Subin. So he is the leader. They still live in the dorms together, and they all have single rooms because their company is loaded. Let's see. Subin. Let me get to him. Oh, look at their little debut picture. Look how cute they are. They're so baby now. Anyway, so Subin, his English name is Steven.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. Let's see. He is from South Korea. He was the second member revealed. His representative animal is a praying mantis. I didn't know they had flowers. His representative flower is an anemone, a questioning flower. I don't know what that is. Sorry. Let's see. He has an older brother who's 6 years older and a 10-year older sister. Yeah, that is quite the gap between kids. He hates dieting. Yeah, you and me both, man. He doesn't like spicy food. Let's see. He winks whenever his members meet his eyes, which is actually kind of funny. Let's see. He has a dog and a hedgehog. He is okay. So he is the tallest known idol / trainee under Big Hit. He is 6'1".
Yeah, I saw that, and I'm like, I don't know if I 100% believe that, because that would make him like it would seem like he would tower over everyone.
He does. You should look at some of the music bank stuff when he's walking behind people.
Yeah.
Like that man, he can like he was walking behind some girl group members. I'm like, it looks like he can like pick her up because she looks like she comes up to his stomach. He's so tall. I think a couple of them are tall too. Who else was tall? Someone said he was 6'2", but I believe he's more 6'1". The rest of the members are pretty tall too. I think they're all around 5'11".
Wow.
Yeah, they're all pretty tall. I think Kai is also very tall. Yeah, he's 6 foot. Kai is also 6 foot.
Well, you know what it is that you don't see, if they're all tall, it doesn't seem like one's taller than the other. You know what I mean? Like, I look at them all lined up and I'm like, I don't know if you look at Card,
yeah,
like, Matt, his name,
Matthew.
Matthew. He's a big dude, and he towers. You stand him next to everyone. It's like it's very easily to see that he's towering over people. But if they're all tall and they're all together, I just never noticed how tall they were. At least it didn't seem that way. But seeing that they're all tall now, it makes sense.
Yeah. You really got to watch like Music Bank because they like cram them all together on stage at the end. Then you can really see how tall they are. It's impressive. But K-pop, at least the guys, a lot of them are getting taller and taller. So I think it was a lot to do with like diet and stuff. The average height is getting taller in Korea now.
Okay.
At least for guys. I'm not sure about the women, but I know for guys it is. So anyway, back to Subin. Let's see. Fans say he looks like Astro's Sana and BTOB's Minhyuk. I mean, I guess I can see that. You can't live without almond milk. Okay. He reads a lot of life self-help books. Oh, okay. I guess that's why he's the leader. Let's see. He used to dance with 14U's Gyontae. I don't know what 14U is. His favorite animal is a raccoon, and he sees himself as a rabbit. Okay. That's a jump. Let's see. His family calls him Turtle. And he was an MC on Music Bank. And he's friends with the boys Q. So yeah. You can usually find him pretty easily in the group. Let's see. Going on to Yoonjun. Yoonjun. I am sorry if I'm saying his name wrong. I'm just bad. Let's see. He's 5'11". His representative emoticon is a fox. Ooh, foxes. Yeah. He's Korean. He was the first member revealed. Let's see. His representative flower is a tulip. Fandom name is... Oh, I didn't even say what the fandom name was. I'm sorry. So the fandom for TXT is MOAs. So MOAs is... what it stands for just doesn't compute in my head. Moments of alwaysness.
No.
I'm like, that doesn't make sense, but okay, guys. Moments of alwaysness. Okay.
So it's always, but it's only for a moment. It's only this moment that it's always.
It's moment, but alwaysness. I mean, it's cute. It's cute. But and oddly enough, they've been around what, 4 years now? They're no longer rookies. And they have a light stick, but they do not have fan color. Oddly enough. They're one of those weird groups that doesn't have a fan color. But I like to, and this is their fan stick. So I like to believe that their fan color is yellow, green, and blue because it's on their light stick. But the fans like to claim that their colors are yellow, red, and blue. But like, I don't see no red on this thing. So I don't know where you're getting the red. The light stick is pretty cute. It's just TXT and it's fun. It's just simple and cute. Anyway, back to you, Jun. Sorry. I'm all over the place right now. Let's see. He has parents, so he's an only child. Let's see. He has monoliths. I love monoliths. You know, I don't get why there's a thing over there where in Asian countries where like they want the double eyelids, so they either get surgery or like glue them or tape them. I'm like, monoliths are pretty. I don't know. I don't know if it's because I'm just not used to it, but I think monoliths are awesome. He dances, skating, eating. I think he skates in one of their music videos. I think he was skateboarding. Let's see. His intro video surpassed 1 million views within 24 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, it was impressive. You can thank us armies for that, guys. You're welcome.
It was like, hey, you like BTS, right? Here's a new
exactly.
Group.
Us BTS fans were like, oh, Big Hit has a new group. Okay, let's go look at them.
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember we were like, let's support our little babies. We're like, okay, so we would watch their stuff. Yeah. I don't know if they still do that. I don't have the time to be wholly invested in BTS, but his favorite fruits are apples and bananas. He speaks English. He was ranked #1 on dance, rap, and vocals when he was a trainee. Good job. Let's see. He created the TXT hand logo gesture that they do when they introduce themselves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, I remember this. Okay, so us army, we're so stupid. We thought that he was a backup dancer for BTS's Tae V, his Singularity stage. But he wasn't. I remember everyone's like, it's him, he's right there. I'm like, how can you tell they're wearing, because they would wear all black and they'd wear the masks and stuff.
Right.
So, you know, it's a cool, that live stage is really cool. I recommend watching that. But anyway, yeah, we thought it was him, but it wasn't. I'm a little depressed by that because a lot of times, you know, these they use their trainees as like backup dancers for their idols. So I mean, it wasn't impossible or implausible, but we were just a little too excited. Let's see. He's the oldest member of the group. He has ear piercings. I think all of them have ear piercings now. He was a former Cube Entertainment trainee. Favorite animals are corgis and pandas. He's a fashionista, good at games, broad shoulders. Maybe I'm just used to Monsta X, so When they say broad shoulders, I'm like, put me up against no freaking anyone in that group. Okay, he probably has the broadest shoulders of the group. Okay, sorry. He lived in San Jose, California for a little bit.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
He went to elementary school in America. Once again, I'm sorry. I know how bad our public school system is here. It's so bad. He lived there in the U.S. until he was 9 years old. Let's see. He likes purple and blue, and he is currently a MC on Ikigayo. Sweet.
Nice.
This dude in the fan service, they asked him what his ideal type. He's like, my ideal type is the fans.
You're like, oh my God, I think we stand a chance.
We have a chance. Or was it, so you're saying there's a chance? Whatever that movie was. Yeah, I freaking, the fan service. They are taught well. Good job, guys. And then we're moving on to Byung-gyu. Sorry. This is the hardest name for me. I apologize. He also very stands out. I can always find him real quickly. He is a visual. He's 5'11" as well. He's also Korean, from South Korea. Let's see. He was the 5th member to be revealed. His representative animal is a butterfly. His representative flower is a poppy. Let's see. He has an older brother. He plays a guitar. His nicknames are Bamgyu and Cookie. It's cute. He has a Daegu accent. So he kind of has that rougher. I don't know how to explain the Daegu accent. Just listen and you'll be able to hear it. I'm not going to try to explain it. Let's see. He calls himself a tiger because Byom means tiger. He is an army. Yeah.
Is that fair? He's like, like a co-worker of them. So
yeah.
Can he get away with not being in the army? Like, can he? I feel he would have to be.
I feel like it would be a prerequisite. Yeah. To be in this company, you have to be a fan of BTS.
Exactly.
He also has dimples. His emoticon is, of course, the tiger. Let's see. He was a trainee at Big Hit for 3 years. He loves strawberries. Good choice on that. He is the mood maker of the group. He's also good at English. Actually, all of I remember this. They said that all of TXT are really good at English because they studied really, really hard because of BTS's success out west. They really, Big Hit wanted to focus on them, all of them, knowing how to speak English because with BTS, everyone had to rely on RM the whole time. Right. So they kind of focus more on this group that everyone at least knows English in order that they can go and talk them for themselves, which I think is a good idea, especially if you're really pushing out in the American market. It is a good idea to have them at least know basic conversational English. So you don't have that awkward, like, what are we talking about? Awkward stare where they zone out. Like, I don't know what's going on anymore, and you don't have to hire translators all the time, which would be nice. Let's see. He has the best grades among his classmates at school. I don't think he's in school anymore. How old is he? He was born in 2001. That would make him like 20. Yeah, he would be out of high school by this point. So, but he wasn't. I don't know if that means in college too, but whatever. He gets good grades. Good for you. He has his own studio. That's nice. Favorite colors are pink and white. He likes garlic bread. Are we talking like garlic bread, like the U.S. garlic bread, where it's nice and soft? Are we talking garlic bread where it's like hard? I didn't know this. He used to stay up all night ghost writing songs for his members.
Nice.
Awesome. He's good at claw games. If I ever met this person, I'd be like, hey, can you win me something? Because I suck at those. He is in a friend group called Easy with Stray Kids IN, in hyphen, Heesung, and Just Be Jimin. I know 2 of those guys. His favorite movie is August Rush. That is a good movie. That is a very good movie. And he and Taehyun are early birds. See, I'm not. I'm a night owl.
Yes.
So I don't get up until like 10 a.m. That's when I wake up in the morning. Now speaking of Taehyun, he looks great in this picture. I just gotta say. Sorry.
You know, the thing about TXT is that when I think of them, I only think of them as the way that they looked when they debuted, like the
The
young,
babies.
yeah, the baby face, the bright
Oh.
colors and stuff. So when I see them in like, you know, this mesh kind of cut off stuff, I'm like, he's pulling it off, and I'm like, where's the fun loving boys that I was introduced to before?
Yeah, where are the babies? Where are the teenager kids? Yeah, they've really grown. And like I like their new album. I actually bought it in physical. But I'm a little picky with my physicals. So now I'm like, I like the album, but I should have bought it digitally because I don't know. I do not like how it was designed. I'll go more into that later after we're done with all the guys.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to stop and people will get upset. So Taehyun, he was born in 2002. He is 5'10", so he seems to be the shortest member by like an inch. So not by much. He's also from South Korea. He was the fourth member to be revealed. His representative animal is a parrot, and the flower is a daffodil. Let's see. His fandom name is Solomon. Okay, cool. Let's see. Let's see. He has an older sister who's 4 years older than him. He swims and plays football. Are we talking like soccer football? We're talking American football. That's what I want to know.
I am 99% sure it's soccer.
Okay. I need to know. He likes sweets, including a caramel frappuccino. Ooh, that one's good too. Yeah. He lives in the present and doesn't worry about the future. That is a very dangerous way to live. That can cause some problems. He doesn't like mint chocolate chip ice cream. Well, see, I can never be friends with this person. I love mint chocolate chip ice cream. He is left-handed. He sleeps with his eyes open and they don't close all the way.
Well, that's
how
weird.
how do you do that? I always wanted to know. And don't your eyes like dry out if you don't have them closed? That's another thing I want to know. Like, do you wake up with like really red, dry eyes if you sleep with them open? Anywho, his sister speaks English. He likes photography. He was in some local advertisements, I guess, before he debuted. Let's see. He is in charge of passion and fashion in a group. I don't even know what that means. He can't eat spicy food. See, this guy, he's checking all the lists of like things I can't be friends with. He doesn't like spicy food. He doesn't like mint chocolate chip. Like, I can't be friends with someone like this. I love me some spicy food. I love mint chocolate chip. Sleeping with the eyes open would freak me out. He is a cutie though. Let's see. He is very strong. You know, is he like the guy in 80s who can like rip fruit apart with his bare hands? I just can't get over watching the guy rip the melon in half. It's like, oh my gosh. He was also a trainee for 3 years. His favorite movie is Inception. Favorite color is yellow. There's another check of we can't be friends. He has a cat. Let's see. First thing he orders at a cheap snack restaurant is peach flavored juice, and he's a fan of Jungkook from BTS. Ooh.
Okay, he better be.
He better be, exactly. All right, and last but not least is Kai. All right, so Kai is very stands out. My sister's like, she's like, I can pick him out of our group because he's the most Western looking guy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because I do believe that his father, so he was born and lived in Hawaii, and his family, they would visit Korea, and then they moved to China, and they lived there for about 7 years, and then they moved to South Korea when he was 8. He had just traveled, man. I feel like he was like a military brat, but I don't think that's actually true. So his dad is German and his mother is Korean. And his father also has Polish and Scottish roots.
Okay.
So I'm like, this member, I'm just going to say it, he looks the best with blonde hair and he looks very, very Western in like the facial structure of him. And when they put the blue contacts in his eyes, because I don't think his eyes are naturally blue, like you wouldn't even be able to, like, it doesn't look unnatural, quote unquote. Like you can see him like almost immediately, you're like, huh, why is he in K-pop? And he's 6 foot tall. Let's see. He was the 3rd member to be revealed. His representative animal was a gecko. Representative flower is an Icelandic poppy. They have 2 poppies. Huh. His fandom name is Ning Dongi. He has an older sister, Leah, the younger sister, Bahia. Okay. I think it's Bahiyih.
Bahiyih.
I have no.
Bahiyih.
I don't know. His nicknames are Hyuka and Ning Ning. He is called the Diamond Magne. Oh, is he the youngest? He is the youngest, not by much, only a couple of months. He likes playing instruments. His favorite fruit is a pineapple. Let's see. He's very stiff. Yes. His father was also a musician. He can play the drums, guitar, piano, and the flute. Hey, I'm almost the same as him. I can play the guitar, piano, and the flute. I just can't play the drums. So he can speak Korean. Time. Yeah, I can learn the drums are too loud. I don't want them in my house. He speaks Korean, English, and a little bit of Mandarin. He was the first foreigner to debut under Big Hit. I do remember that as well, because everyone else in Big Hit is Korean. Just Big straight Hit up is Korean. Ooh, I echoed. Let's see. His favorite global artist is Bruno Mars. Good choice. Favorite foods are seafood and pizza. He has long legs and arms. Yes, he does. He likes penguins and otters. He sees himself as a unicorn. I mean, in that company, yeah, he is. He's like the only foreigner. He's a scaredy cat who watches horror movies. Yeah, me and you both, man. I cover my face and I still watch them. Let's see. Favorite movie is August Rush and Spider-Man 1 through 3, which I am assuming he's talking about Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, because those are campy and awesome.
How is August Rush his favorite movie too? Like, did that movie just play big in South Korea? Because I remember I know the kid that was in it, and I can't remember what it was about. It's something about music, but
yeah. So Kai's technically from Hawaii, so I mean, he could have seen it at that point, because I remember. And the kid was pretty big back in the day. I don't. Well, who was the kid in August Rush? Let me.
Freddie Highmore.
Was that his name?
I believe so.
Yeah. He was in, because he was in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. He was in the Spiderwick Chronicles. Finding Neverland, like Arthur. He was all over the place back in the day, because I remember that kid. But yeah, that movie was all over the place in the US. I'm not sure about South Korea. Maybe Kai brought it over and it's like, hey guys, we're having a movie night. We're watching August Rush. That's why his other members like, I like this movie. Yeah. That might be it. I don't know. So, because I don't know. I don't, because I didn't think the movie was that popular.
Right.
But I know my family liked it, but we're like music fanatics. So, because yeah, that movie was about like, it was like Romeo and Juliet, but with music involved. Like the dad was a rocker and the mom was a classical musician. And she gets pregnant at a party, and then her parents forcibly make her give up her kid, and they don't even tell him about it. And then the kid's like super musically inclined, and I think he runs into his dad first and then his mom, and then they get together again. And because I think the kid was at a orphanage or something, and he runs into his dad because his dad's still a rocker. Anywho, that's the basis of that movie that I remember, but because I think he introduces him to like the guitar or something. But anyway,
Right.
Anyway, it was a cute, sweet movie. I wouldn't call it my favorite movie, but it's a good, cute, sweet movie. Let's see. Yeah. So that is all of our TXT boys. You remember them as these cuties, little children.
That's how I picture it in my head.
Yeah, but you could like they belong in like school. I don't know what they're doing out. Like, what are you doing in public? Oh, hey, I can do that. Sorry, I'm just finding out I can do this.
Yeah.
Babies. I'm just gonna stick with this one, though, the most recent. Or Little Rockers. So with our boys, TXT, they they kind of like came out of the gate running.
Yes.
They had Crown had 14.5 million views on YouTube, breaking the record for most viewed K-pop music debut within 24 hours for a boy group. You can thank us, armies.
Yeah,
we helped you because MOAs didn't exist then. we were really, they're like, don't remember TXT's debuting at this time. I'm like, okay. I woke up at like midnight. I'm like, all right. I wasn't even asleep. I'm like, roll over. I'm like, okay, what am I watching right now? Let's see. The album Crown, their first album, was debuted on Billboard Emerging Artists at number 140 on the Billboard 200. Let's see, which makes them the fastest to appear in these charts. Second fastest K-pop group to appear on the Billboard Emerging chart. Let's see. They were number 3 on Oricon, which is the Japanese chart, weekly album chart. They were number 3. And they were let's see, on the top of the Gaon monthly album chart for the month of March. Let's see. They are featured on GQ's decade end list of game changers from a decade of K-pop for the year of 2019. Yeah, so and then their first ever overseas tour is the one that I almost went to because I went to New York City, Chicago, LA, Dallas, Orlando, and Atlanta in 2 weeks. They're like, you're not going to sightsee. We're going bam, 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 bam. You're going everywhere. You get to rest for 2 days, baby. They were the first to join Big Hit's platform Weverse, which I have mixed feelings about Weverse because now we don't have V Live. Thanks. I'm very mixed feelings about Big Hit. And yes, I know it's Hype now, but it's still Big Hit. It will forever be Big Hit. And I think it's called Big Hit Music now. So Big Hit Entertainment. And Hype is just the big overarching whatever label, which includes like Western artists, I guess now. I don't know. I didn't really look into Hype too much. Let's see. No. They had to push back a release for their second album because Subin got conjunctivitis or pink eye, and then he spread it to 2 of the other members.
Oh no.
Because Taehyun and Kai got it too. I remember when that happened. They're like, oh crap. And then Yeonjun, he had back pain. So they're like, oh yeah, Subin has pink eye and Yeonjun got back pain. And like, oh, Taehyun and Kai have pink eye now too. So 4 out of the 5 members are just out.
Mm-hmm.
So with their first couple albums, I don't know if you knew this because it was kind of a big thing for big hit groups at the time. They have a in music video universe. so the music videos all connect to each other with like a storyline that doesn't necessarily go with like the lyrics of the song per se, but they do connect to each other. So Big Hit, BTS did that. The BTS members had no idea that's what was going on. They're like, wait, what? We have a universe? What? What are you talking about? So they had someone or a group of people who are creating these these I don't know how to say, like in-group universes.
Right.
Like BTS involves time travel, and I'm so confused. I have the books for it, and I'm still confused. But TXT has one, and so I don't want to go too deep into it because it's just like just look it up on your own, people. But essentially, it has to do with magic, as you can kind of see with a lot of their music videos. They incorporate magic in the lyrics and in the music videos themselves. Like they go to, like they're at school and they're in music, and even in their performances, like they have magic. And one of the members has something weird going on with his eye. One of them is like Spike from X-Men. He has spikes coming out of him. One of them has angel wings. One of them has horns, which Crown is talking about. They have a little crown on my head, horns thing. So each of them have their own unique thing that they have going on. They're over, a broad way to put it is they're talking about like growing up and high school stuff. So I guess you could call it like puberty type things. Like if you have things that you're trying to hide when you're going through puberty, like you get acne and your body hates you and just everything sucks, like your voice changes and it's just your body starts doing weird things when you hit puberty. And they're kind of talking about that. They don't really talk about, and I think that's why they changed so much recently, is they're all like in their 20s now, so you can't exactly be singing about high school anymore.
Right.
So with that one, they're in the universe. It's like they find out they can use magic and they can go to this magic island, but they can't stay there for too long, or else the island like starts to catch fire and crap. And then like it's so weird. And then it talks about them growing apart, and then that's in like what was that music video? The music video where you can see that they're like growing apart is Look at Me or something. What was it called? Can You See Me? Maybe what it was. It's where they're like having a party, and then all of a sudden they like destroy the house. They start like glaring at each other, you know? Like
Yeah, I remember that video. I don't remember what the name of it was.
What was it? I think it was like Can You See Me? Because crap, I really want to remember what it's called.
You know, that might be it. Did they get into a food fight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't You See Me? Yeah, that's what it is. Like, sorry, excuse me. Like one of them, they're just kind of sitting. The two of the members, like if you watch them, the three in the back are having a good time, and the two in the front are like, why the hell am I here? You know, they have that look on their face, like I don't want to be here. And one like leans over to take a picture of the who had purple hair. Crap, who is it? But like I think it's Taehyun. He has purple hair, and he kind of like glares at them, like, what are you doing? Get off me, type of a thing. You know, it's just like their friendship falling apart type of a situation. But with the extended universe thing, I don't think they're doing it anymore, because I don't think BTS is doing it anymore either. I think they stopped. I don't know if that's because the people who are in charge just don't work for Big Hit anymore, because that seemed to have happened, like the universe stuff seemed to have stopped like in 2019, not 2019, like 2021 or something. So,
well, I thought that that all led. Now, I could be wrong, because I'm just coming into this, but I thought their in-universe stuff led to what's it called? Star Seekers. It was like a game or an anime. It was like a new interactive thing regarding them. Like they were the characters, and this is what it was leading to. At least that's the way that I thought it was, because I'm watching the videos and I can see which ones they're marking as the in-universe videos.
Yeah.
You know, and they all have magic and all, all these crazy things happening. And then when you get to the last one, or at least what I thought was the last one, it's like, now here's a webtoon called Star Seekers, and these characters are these members of TXT. So I'm like, oh, so it was all leading to this. At least That's what I
Yeah.
thought.
Well, BTS also had the webtoon. They had a webtoon as well that helped kind of explain what the in-universe story was. And then they actually had a a mobile game, which I can't remember, and it had its own. Sorry, guys. I know Army here. I'm really trying to focus on TXT. I really am. So with the mobile game, they actually released an album that was associated with it. But in the mobile game, it dealt with like multiverses and alternate universes for the BTS members. And then like I said, they also had a webtoon, but then they also kind of went back to the music videos. And so it was just like, and then they had the books. So I wish they would release, I don't know if they did for TXT, if they released books explaining all of this, because that would be very helpful, because I'm completely confused because I didn't follow them from like ever. But yeah, like I said, I haven't seen, if it still connects, that's awesome. But from what I have seen, it kind of seems like it hasn't. Or maybe they just, it's with the Angel and Devil, they decide, screw it, we're all gonna go Devil. Because and speaking of the switch and concepts, I was so excited when what was it, when they finally switched to like a dark concept, like really dark. I think the first one that was really dark, I think, was Puma. I love that music video. Everyone looks so good, because I think these guys look the best in the dark concepts. I don't know if that's just my personal bias, is I like seeing guys dressed more maturely than like bright fluffy colors.
Sure.
The kid color, like, I get it when they were teenagers. I don't like the ooh stuff. Like in Sugar Rush, when they do the finger thing, I kind of go I'm like, I was bopping along to the song, and then he did the little Kai did the ooh finger touch thing, and I'm like, oh God, why? I'm like, I hate that. I hate the ooh. I hate I'm blanking on the name. What? Jeez. Egg yolk. I don't like egg yolk, especially when guys do it. I just don't like it. And so Sugar Rush, it was not my favorite music video because it's in their choreography, and I'm like, I hate it. But I also, something else that TXT does, or Big Hit does, at least for TXT, they do a lot of, well, let's start doing it. They do a lot of performance videos, and I keep saying it, I love watching the dance choreography videos.
Yep.
And there are so many of them. Like, they have so many performance videos, and I love them. They're so good because it really displays their talent in like the dancing department, especially because when you have like the music videos, you're so like overwhelmed with like the cuts and the magic and the, oh my gosh, we're flying through the air right now.
Right. There's a little bit of story that has to be told during a normal music video.
Yeah.
In the performance video is just all about the performance.
Mm-hmm.
But I still like the I enjoy a good performance video, but I still enjoy the dance practice videos.
Oh yeah, you hear the sneakers squeak.
Oh God, I love that.
So it's aesthetically pleasing. It's some ASMR going on right there. Yeah, it's really I love when they can fully display their talent. And like I gotta say, my favorite like performance video was Frost, probably because I love undercuts, especially with like K-poppers, because the hairstyling stuff they can do with it. They look so good with undercuts. I don't know why they keep going to the coconut head. Stop doing the coconut hair. Just give them all undercuts and show their foreheads. It's like amazing because their eye, like the eye shapes, it draws it to the eyes. I freaking love like eyes. It sounds weird, but like eyes are my thing. I love guys. I love the eyes, especially when they're sharp, angled, like like dragon eyes, or whatever. It's just, it's so good. It's like like how girls look crazy for like nice smolder looks that guys can do.
Sure, yeah.
Same thing with the eyes when they have naturally like kind of slightly dagger looking eyes. Sorry, I don't know how to explain myself. But I love their dark concepts. Frost was really good because they kind of go crazy, with the flashing lights, and they're all slightly nuts, which is great. And then did you watch their video with, I think her name's Anita?
Yes,
That
that's
Brazilian.
actually one of my favorite songs by them. And it's weird because there's a version with her.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Back for More, and there's a version with
Yeah.
her, and then there's a regular version, a TXT version.
Yeah.
And I was so used to the version with Anita, because it has like a really cool breakdown, and she comes in, she's
Yeah.
adding some Spanish to it. I'm like, oh, this is nice. And I'm like, do I really want to hear the TXT version of it without her? And turns out the TXT version is just as good.
It is. It is really good. And I do I prefer the version with her though too.
Mhm.
Cause she like comes in and like, damn.
Yeah.
She is an attractive lady with a great voice, and her presence is just like, she draws you in. It's just really good. Um and I'm just so happy they're not doing the like high school boy thing anymore.
See, I can appreciate that because
Yeah.
I'm sure that the labels was like, okay, we debuted you as these squeaky clean, cute, colorful, cute boys, but
Mhm.
you're maturing, you want to show off your mature side, your bad boy side, so we're gonna let you do the bad boy concept. And I'm sure for most girls, they're like one side, and they'll like the bad boy side, maybe they'll enjoy the bad boy side more.
Mhm.
And I think they're a cool group that they're able to do both of those convincingly,
Yeah.
and not make it look like they're trying too hard. But I will say, for me, even though obviously I'm not
Yeah.
a girl, but I will choose the squeaky, cute, colorful boy
Yeah.
image because that's how I was introduced to them, and I think that's where they, at least in my mind, that's where they like shine. That's where they get 10 out of 10 is that image.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, sorry. As a female. um it's just um I do think they should have, I agree that they should, I how to say this. I think that how they started was a good idea, like with the because it that will draw in a lot of the kids their age, or at least around their age, for the fan base and younger. And then it'll help keep fans as well, and that way you can talk about like high school stuff, because we have a lot of mature K-pop idols, to say the least. So it's always nice to have one that you can like connect to. For me though, because I have been out of high school for long enough, and I was done with high school when I was in high school, and I didn't want to listen to singers talk about high school and how much it sucked, because trust me, I knew how much high school sucked. I was living it. I didn't need to hear songs about it. It just, and that's why I didn't really follow. Like, I helped with their debut, and I listened to their stuff, and I streamed, and I support the newbie, the babies, TXT babies. And then they got their fan base, and they went, okay, go off into the world, young ones. I'm gonna go back to BTS only now for a while. Well, not only, I was always a multi, but like, I'm gonna focus on BTS again. I only have so much time to like stream music videos. um so, and then I just kind of lost touch, and then I got distracted by NCT, and then Stray Kids, and all
Yes.
these other groups, and then Shiny came back, and I'm like, I can't, I have too many groups now. But I am glad that they're doing well. They're still around. We'll see if they get past the 7-year curse of K-pop, because they're on their fourth year now, fifth year. So
Mhm.
they got a couple more years before it. So hopefully they survive it. That freaking curse, man. But they also did a song with the Jonas Brothers. To Do It Like That. I think it's more of a Jonas Brothers song than it is TXT. Because I don't know. I don't know whose exact song it is. I feel like
Yeah.
it's a Jonas Brothers song though. Because it has their vibe. I don't like the Jonas Brothers, so unfortunately, I don't like the song.
Oh, wow.
I'm just gonna straight up say it. I don't like and everyone's gonna hate me because I don't like the Jonas Brothers. Sorry. I was not. camp rock age at the time. Like, I was too old for camp rock when camp rock came out, so it was never a Jonas Brothers anything. So I just didn't like the song. You know, I'm gonna put that more on the Jonas Brother than TXT because I know TXT songs. I like their songs.
Mm-hmm.
Jonas Brothers I don't like. So I'm blaming it on them. Sorry.
Okay,
like
so I have to defend the Jonas Brothers for a second.
Go for it.
I'm not a big I am also not a big Jonas Brothers fan. I do have friends that do like love them, like you know, it's their like, you know, boy band that they completely idolize. But two things. Number one, there's an amazing documentary about the Jonas Brothers on, I want to say Hulu, or maybe YouTube, but it pretty much charts their whole career. You know, their whole like, oh, we're just brothers who like to play instruments, and you know, we want to be in a band, and they make a band, and you know, become, you know, whoever they are, big stars when Disney like scoops them up. And it's a fantastic documentary because it's them like now going back and reliving they're going to their old childhood homes and all of that stuff. So I got a lot of respect for them for that. The second thing is when the Jonas Brothers was on tour in, oh god, so 2012, 2011, their opening act was the Wonder Girls.
Yeah.
The Wonder Girls toured this country as an opening act for the Jonas Brothers. So the fact that they were able to be like, oh, you know, K-pop isn't a thing, but it could be a thing in America. Come along, and you know, we'll expose the Wonder Girls to a larger American audience. That was fantastic. So I will and Wonder Girls is my favorite K-pop group of all time. So there's always going to be a spot in my heart for a thank you for the Jonas Brothers for doing that. So the fact that they're still, you know, they had their success, you know, in whenever they were super popular back in the camp rock days, you know, they split, went their own ways. They found a way to come back together, and they're still like making music, and they're, you know, still working within the K-pop industry. I give them respect for that. I agree the song isn't a TXT song, but I think they mesh really well. I think the Jonas Brothers and TXT actually mesh pretty well in that song.
Yeah. And I will give props to the Jonas Brothers because they went to a BTS concert. So, you know, you show support for my boys. I just I just don't like your music. I think you guys are great, but just, you know, not for me. Okay. They support our faves, and that's good. So real quick, I'm gonna just straight up say my favorite music video is really hard to pick because I really like their new stuff. Chasing, I think I watched Chasing That Feeling. I think I watched that like 8 times in a row.
Wow.
I'm part of the 77 million views in there. You guys are welcome. And then let's see. I think Lover Loser was great as well. Because I was so like happy / surprised that they could like slide into that rock type music, and I was very impressed with that. And I did like the music video as well because they were dressed like rockers, you know, and just like dudes. So I loved that music video. They kind of went and with both of those music videos they kind of did homages to like Hollywood movies. Like one of them, he's holding on to in Chase That Feeling, he's holding on to the back of a taxi, which reminds me of Back to the Future when he's holding on the back of the car with the chase scene with Biff. And then the whole obvious like Doctor Strange thing with like the whole city going crazy in like weird directions and stuff. And running up the walls just remind me of Spider-Man. And then the driving on the ceiling of the tunnel reminded me of Men in Black when he hits the button, you know. So I had a lot of that. And then Loser Lover ended with them like driving off the cliff. And that made me remind me of not Bonnie and Clyde, but
Thelma and Louise.
Thelma and Louise. Yeah, that movie. And I was like, because that was the whole premise of, I felt like that was like kind of the whole music video, because they're running from one of them is running from the cops, and they're hiding in the car. It's a giant bag of money, you know. So I'm like, okay, you know. But I really like that music video. I think they all look great. Undercuts for the win once again. They look beautiful. Kai is rocking that blonde hair with the undercut. They look mwah, beautiful, all of them. So they're showing their chest just the right amount, getting that fan service out there. Got it, It's great. One of them has like his broken arm thing bandaged up. Just stylists were on point with that music video. Such a good job. Music video I didn't like. Honestly, I like Crown. It's cute. It's comic booky.
You're gonna
I
break
love
my
Crown.
heart.
I'm saying I don't dislike that. It's I
Okay.
like that one. That's not the one. Because people are like, well, you didn't like the cutesy thing. Sugar Rush, very close to not being my favorite because of that stupid freaking finger move. Why did you do that? I gotta say, my least cat. Oh god, Cat Dog was very close too. Or what was it called? I Can Be Your Pet or something. It's called. What is it called?
Cat and Dog.
Cat and Dog. If you read the lyrics, you're like, boys, you're in high school. Please don't say that. I'm like, that is not appropriate to be saying. I think, what was it? It was the one, was it Blue Hour? Where they start rocking the cowboy outfit. What is that? What movie? What music video was that? That one? I'm trying to find it now because I can't remember the name. But like they start rocking the cowboy outfits.
I don't remember that one.
And they it's because I'm around cowboys all the time, and I'm like, please just don't do that. Yeah, it's Blue Hour. Sorry, it's very pretty and colorful and everything. Like they're all hanging out in the tree at first, and then there's a carousel. Okay, like most of the like 3 of the members are rocking crop tops going on, and then like I don't. First of all, I don't like it's my least favorite, not because of the song. I like the song. It's the stylist. Whoever put them in those clothes, I'm like, why did you do this to these boys? I don't, they don't, okay. Not to be mean, but they don't have abs, so the crop tops don't work. They just got skinny boy flatness going on. They're still cute boys, but they are boys. And so I'm like, there's no abs, so I'm not looking at anything. So I'm not excited for the little peekaboo because there's nothing there. And then they start rocking the cowboy outfit. And because I'm by cowboys all the time, I just started laughing because one of them is also in a crop top in the cowboy outfit gear. And I'm like, boy, I know some of the cowboys who would kick your ass if you walked up to a rodeo wearing that. I'm like, don't just I'm like, oh god. And then they pull out the like pastel colored long coats with the felt cowboy hats. And I'm like, please stop. I know too many actual cowboys that this is just hard for me to watch. I'm like, no cowboy that I've ever met in my life would dress like this. Not even the Vegas ones. Like, why? Please don't. I'm like, I know you guys have a thing for cowboys in other countries because you guys didn't have cowboys, but please don't. So that's why it's my least favorite. Or the one I don't like, because I'm like, I'm having flashbacks to all the cowboys I know, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't. I'm like, I love you guys, but no. So that's why it's my least favorite, or the one I don't like, I should say, because I still like the song, and that's my whole thing. Is like, I like the song, but the music video, whoever gave them those clothes, I'm like, fire them, because that's not cowboy, not even close. So
you know what's funny about that video, like from my side, after they did Puma, and they're doing their bad boy image, I'm like, I kind of missed the cute, colorful young face. And then they come out with Blue Hour. I'm like, they're back. All right, good.
There's the fluffy. So what was like your favorite music video and your least favorite?
All right, so I will say the video that kicked off the universe one, it's called Nap of a Star.
Yeah.
That has to be one of the most amazing videos I've ever seen in K-pop. Yeah. Like, it is, I was blown away at how visual it was. It was just, it was stunning. The only thing is they treat these movies, they're kind of styled after like the old silent movies
Yeah.
where, you know, there's no talkies. It's just you get the images and then you get the words across the screen. And I'm like, I can't read Korean. I
Yeah,
don't know what it says.
I don't know what's going on.
But visually, I watched that video like a couple of times and I'm like, this has got to be one of the most amazing K-pop videos I've ever seen in my life.
Mhm.
I just think it's amazing. So Nap of the Star is up there visually. Actually, all of the in-universe videos I think are visually pretty cool. The songs, it's tough to kind of pinpoint the songs because I feel like they do a couple of different ones
Yeah.
inside of the videos, but the videos themselves, amazing. Uh, so I would say my favorite, and this is it's tough to say because you know what? I'm just gonna say it. Crown.
Oh,
Crown is my favorite one.
it's
I know
cute.
it's the beginning one, but it's the one that I'm like, I watched the video, and there's a part of me that's like, okay, my arms are crossed. Big Hit already has BTS. BTS was, just crushing it everywhere, and now
Mhm.
Big Hit's like, hey, we have another group. Here's a younger version of BTS, and I'm, my arms are crossed. I'm like, yeah, let's see. Let's see what else you got in there. But the video and the song is so catchy. When we said we were going to be doing TXT for the show, even without hearing that song for a couple of years, when I
Mhm.
think of TXT, that song was in my head like
Yeah.
for weeks. So I'm gonna put that one at number one, and I'm gonna put Back for More also
Mhm.
at number one, because I think that's just a solid song.
Yeah.
My least one, I think because I did score all of the videos, the least one the one that I like the least is um Good Boy Gone Bad.
Oh.
It's the rock concept, and it's, I don't know, I just couldn't connect to it. I didn't feel, I wasn't feeling that video at all.
Yeah.
So I was glad when it kind of went back to their more,
They're
cutesy,
cutesy.
colorful version. But that's the one video that I'm like, yeah, I'm not feeling this one at all.
But you didn't like seeing the members like taking trash out and laying in the garbage? Yeah. Crown is cute. I forgot, like, I had, because I freaking streamed it. I had that thing. I started singing along when I listened to it again, like watch the music
Mhm.
video again. I'm like, started doing the fan chant. I'm like, yeah, I know this. But yeah, it's a cute one. I do like Crown a lot. I love it. It's so cute. And then they were just so adorable back then. But I am glad that they are maturing, I guess. Moving on. I guess I could do cute things, but I just don't. Stay away from cowboys, Big Hit, please. If you don't know, or do Vegas Cowboys or something. Just don't. I think in another music video he was wearing like denim cowboy boots, and that was another thing. I'm like, please stop. Where are you getting this stuff? Like, get some Carhartt, then you'll actually look like cowboys. Just jeez. But yeah. Final thoughts for me with TXT is they my little bros. They're so like cute. And now I can say, because they're all legal, now I can say they're attractive. Um and like, if they're doing it in the universe thing, the good on Big Hit, but I'm maybe it's because I took such a long time off that I'm not seeing the connection anymore. I like the in-universe stuff that Big Hit does. I think it's really cool. It really helps the fandom because it gives them something to do while they're on break. They go dissect the music videos. And that also helps with like watching them a million times over. TXT, they did headline on the Lollapalooza this year. So, and I think they were the first K-pop group to do that. So they're doing pretty good. Their new album, I do highly recommend. I own it. I am not pleased with the physical version, because let me explain. I know we're gonna go over time because I just won't shut up, but sorry. This album, like, I bought the album because I'm like, I listened to it first. I'm like, oh my gosh, I like every single one of these songs. So I bought the album. I bought one version of it. I got the autographed special version. Um, So I have, I believe it's not Subin's autograph. Is it Subin's autograph? I have to go back. But I have one of the members' autograph. It's not Kai. Remember that. It's either Taehyun or Subin's autograph. Anywho, but when I got it, I'm like, is it in the box? Why'd they send it like this? Because usually they send me K-pop albums like in the envelope things.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like, I was like, is it in a box? What is this? Because it was in an envelope and then it came out and I'm like, it's cardboard. Why is it in a cardboard box? Why is the cardboard box wrapped? So the album, it's just, so the album, and I couldn't get the book out. I'm like, why can't I get the book out of this cardboard box? I realized the cardboard box is the album. And I'm like, okay. So because it's a cardboard box, you have to like rip it open like a cardboard box. It has a seam where you rip it open.
Yep.
So you rip it open and it's cardboard. And then the album is just, you remember those like loose leaf, like paper CD things that they used to have?
Yep.
And it was like clear plastic. The album, the CD is in that, which was just shoved into the booklet. And then like I opened the booklet and it fell out. I'm like, oh, is it supposed to be like this? And then because the booklet is, so the photo book is, the back page of the photo book is glued to the cardboard.
Oh.
And I'm like, the hell? And then the seam for the photo book, there is no seam. So when you open it, you can like hear and feel the inner seam of like, because there's nothing holding it. You can hear it cracking apart.
Oh, no.
So I'm even just afraid to open the photo book because there is no spine to it. Like they didn't glue it to the cardboard for the spine. There is no spine on it. So I'm like, who designed this? I hate this. And I'm like, first of all, my album's just flying free in the wind. I'm probably going to lose it somewhere because it's, you know, they usually like have a little page where it's like slipped in on the page. It's just loose. It's just loose. I have to like shove it in the book. And I'm like, who designed this? I'm so angry. It's like my first TXT album in forever and I can't. And it was a signed one. I'm like, did I get ripped off? And I looked, I'm like, no, this is how it's designed. I'm like, who designed this? So I recommend the album, but I recommend, if that doesn't bother you, like it bothers me, I recommend just getting digital. Unless you really, really, really want the photo book, but be warned, there's no spine. So be careful with that. But yeah, I like the album. I just didn't like the physical album design. Whoever did that, big hit, get on that. Fix that because it's of course that happened with BTS with me one time too, but we're not talking BTS, so we're not gonna go in there. So I highly recommend TXT. Check them out. If you don't like the cutesy stuff like me, just kind of focus on the later stuff, and if you like the cutesy stuff like Mark, focus on the earlier stuff.
Well, I will say that I listened to the new album because it just came out last month. It looks like and I listened to it. And I will say it's one of the very few K-pop albums that is like no skips. Like every song is really, really good. And I'm like, holy crap, did they just drop one of the best albums of the year? Is that what this is?
Good. It's so good.
Every song on the album is really good. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. So yes, you know, the cutesy stuff is fine back in the day, but I have the utmost respect for them for dropping such a solid album last month. Like it's really, really good. Yeah,
it is. It's really good. And we just planned this perfectly because I didn't know they came back. But yeah, so any other final thoughts, Mark, or
no, I would say, check them out. I mean, you know, there's a sea of boy band groups out there. And Big Hit is definitely charting their own course regarding their groups. So yeah, I would definitely, the only thing I would say is, you know, check out Crown if you haven't already.
Because start from the beginning.
Yeah, it's such a cute video and such a catchy song.
Yes.
But definitely check out the new album because it is really solid, even if you don't like the Jonas Brothers.
Exactly. Yep. So I'm now my brain turned off again. So yeah, check them out. TXT's great. They're all super adorable. Army me going, yeah, go Moas Do your thing. Get those boys up there. And I do believe they're going to be performing at Mama this year, so check them out during that. I always like watching the performances at Mama. Sorry, check out the album. Came out last month. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. You can catch me over at the Definitive Crusade, where we talk about all things DC Comics. And what do you got going on, Mark?
Yeah, you can catch me every week on So Wizard Podcast. Me, Joey, and Aubrey, we get together and we review new movies, TV shows, and all types of geeky things. So Wizard Podcast.
All right, awesome. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.